Yo,
What's up, folks?
Danny boy,
Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy
welcome in
and
episode 530.
530,
FOB.
baby, 530
We appreciate you, love you, and thank you.
of the Sports Insanity podcast on the Sports Insanity Network. How you doing, Reggie boy?
Better. I did have to go up to New York. It was a quick in and out trip. Mama's in the hospital. Um, she's
Oh,
been that she had her hip replaced, complications due to that. It's been a whole process for the last month or so. She's doing better and recovering
good to
well,
hear.
or at
Great to
least,
hear.
or at least we're hoping. So, yeah, just a quick stop at the Big Apple. Nothing too crazy, um, but enough for me to drive 4 hours to and from. So, just wanted to check in, make sure she was okay. She's doing great, and now I'm back here. Um,
Shout out to Mama Reg. Wishing you a good recovery.
yep, and I'm just glad that she's in much better spirits. I know when I first saw her on Saturday, she wasn't in the greatest spirits. Um, she's an independent woman, mid 60s, and she wants to live her life, and she's always been in a lot of pain, whether it was the knee or the hip, and of course the cancer too. So it's just like, it's one of those things that, you don't want to go through in life, but she's fought it all, and she stays strong. And that's what matters the most. So we're just happy that she's doing better.
My When you say about the knee and the hip, my father went through hip surgery, believe it or not,
Right.
twice. And
Mhm.
he said it ended up being the best thing he ever did. Well, the second time, the day after, he was really moving around, and the day after, he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so I know what that's like, trust me. Well, I've
Yeah.
seen it. I've never
Mhm.
lived it, but I've seen it.
Yeah. And now we experience it with your own parent. It puts things into perspective. So, like you said, she'll eventually be okay. About 2 months of recovery, and hopefully she's back to her old self in no time, and and everything. But in any case, it was going to be a slow day
It
because
was going to be a slow day. We thought we'd just be talking about the Hall of Fame, then bitch about how
yeah,
much we hate the baseball writers.
exactly.
And then stuff came in.
Yeah, floodgates open. Um, on the eve of training camp, some of the rookies have reported. I believe the Patriots have reported to camp. Um, but on the eve where everyone else reports, we get all messed up type of news here. Um, this is really serious. The wife of Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy, Mia Bieniemy, was shot um, in Loudoun County, Virginia, at their home. They still have a home in Ashburn from their time with the Commanders. Um, was shot by their own son, Elijah. We'll get to all the details in a second. Um, the Loudoun County Sheriff was actually just on my television station that I work for, um, giving all the updated details. But essentially, um, Eric Bieniemy's wife was shot by their son on Sunday night at the family's home in Virginia. She is currently hospitalized and is currently stable. Um, the police over there confirmed that the woman was being treated for serious injuries from multiple gunshot wounds. At the time, they couldn't disclose her identity. Um, Elijah
Uh,
Bieniemy, like
Her
I
name,
said,
Mia. Her name is Mia.
yes, I said that, Mia Bieniemy. Their son Elijah who's 27 years old. He was arrested and charged with malicious wounding, use of a firearm, um, which of course is a felony, and of course, discharge of firearm inside of a dwelling. It's just a real messed up thing to see. Um, and hear about. Obviously, I woke up to the news. It was still a developing story. Bill, your first reactions to it?
It is just absolutely, it is absolutely terrible. And and knowing that it came from someone, knowing that it came from their son is absolutely horrible. I know it's not as serious as this one, but it comes out to it reminds it's like the whole situation with Rob Reiner and his wife who were killed by their own son. Um, I'm just so it's it's really it's really scary. It's scary knowing that you were shot by your own child. And I hope, and it's terrible. And I wonder what was wrong with Elijah. Did he have some issues with his parents? Does he maybe have some mental health issues?
Mhm. Yeah.
Like, it really makes you think, why would you shoot your parents? Was it
Your own
just
flesh and blood. Like,
knowing that you were shot by your own child?
I,
It's sad, and you're
I,
wondering, what do you think is wrong with him? Was there like a dispute? Does he maybe have some mental health issues that made him do it? Was he maybe on drugs? Like, who knows?
it's it's I just can't imagine someone being so sick that you were to shoot your own mom. Like, I just talked about my mom about like right now about how the fact that I had to go up there and check in on her just because she had hip surgery. Like, I really can't imagine some sick monster, and I'm calling it what he is. He's a monster to shoot your own mom, someone that gave birth to you, someone that brought you into the world, gave you life and nourished you. Like, what's wrong with you? Seriously.
You sick bastard.
Like, like how I just don't understand. What did she do that made you do such a terrible act? And you're lucky right now she's alive. She could be dead right now. You're lucky that she's alive.
I'm not defending him, but we also got to think about what was the reason. Not all the facts are out yet.
I know, but like
No, and
still,
this is still terrible. This is still terrible. Don't get my word.
whether or not she did something wrong to you, and again, whatever the case may be, that's your mom, dude. Like, you're gonna be that sick to shoot your mom.
No, it's absolutely sickening.
Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, if you don't want to have a relationship with your parents, dude, like,
And like
don't have a relationship with your parents. Like,
listen,
that's
I sadly know people like that who don't have a like I have a very good friend of mine who who doesn't speak to his parents or siblings. And it's sad, but if it gets to that point, you know what, just a little life advice for people here. Thankfully I have a very good relationship with my parents and my brother.
yeah.
Reggie does with his family. Um, but But if if it is a point where your family is toxic and you
Yeah,
need to cut them off, then I don't care if they're your family, I don't care if they're your parents, your siblings. If that is a toxic relationship in your life, then cut it off.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
care if it is your parents. It's sad.
yeah,
Sad that, again, because I know people who had to, I have a friend who had to cut off his relationship with his parents, and it's sad,
right.
but I'm sorry, sometimes it's necessary.
Yeah, I mean, again, your life is your life. If you don't want to talk to your family, like that's a you decision. But to kill your flesh and blood, sorry,
Or attempt to kill,
uh, sorry, attempt to kill, I should say. You
because
know
she's
what I
still
mean.
alive. She's alive.
She's still alive. My apologies. But like, no, like it's horrible, dude. Like it's incredibly uncalled for, incredibly unnecessary. Like seriously, like what being real, Bill, like I just can't imagine someone being so sick to do that to their own parents. And I pray for Mia Bieniemy. I hope she recovers well. Gunshot wounds are pretty serious. Like I said,
Yes.
could be deadly. Thank God she's alive and stable. Of course, we don't know ultimately how she's going to recover from it, but we hope that it is a speedy recovery. We pray for Eric Bieniemy. Of course, Eric Bieniemy was with the Chiefs yesterday. He has since left their training camp. Believe they're in if I'm not mistaken, they're at Missouri Western for their training camp. He has since left the Chiefs and is joining his family in Virginia. Um, I know Andy Reid also used a press conference earlier. I'm going to try to see if we can pull that up a little bit, see what he had to say about that. Here we go. This is a snippet of uh, Andy Reid talking to the media, addressing the just a horrific situation. Um, my apologies, folks. I do apologize. Here we go. All right. Coach Reid on the Eric Bieniemy situation.
Go out to this is our hearts go out to Eric Bieniemy and his family. Thoughts and prayers are with them. I can't get into details on it, but things happen sometimes, and Eric will work through it. He's got a great support group here, as does his family, as needed, and then we'll just let time take care of it from there. But Mia is stable, which is a plus, and so is Eric Jr., and that's all important. All right. With that, I'll open up to questions. What I can answer, I'll answer, um, uh, but there'll probably be a few defers there. So.
When did you first find out about what happened?
Yesterday evening. Yeah.
Andy, I know you always immerse yourself in football. Is it tougher to focus today?
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I mean, listen, we all love EB, and you hate seeing these kind of things happen, but it's there's always a blessing in there somewhere, and so I know things will work out.
Coach, is there any expectation at this time for when he could be back? Or?
Yeah, there's not on these things. Real life, so you take care of that, and that becomes important. Joe Blameyer is our pass game coordinator, and he'll be involved there. Obviously, coordinate, and as heck is the run game coordinator. So we'll be able to keep it moving here. But the most important thing is that EB, when has an opportunity to spend some time there and take care of that business.
I'm gonna stop right there. A little bit of what Andy Reid had to say over at Chiefs camp. Um, Yeah, it's the right thing to do to address that situation, and um, again, you just feel Bill, you just really feel for Eric Bieniemy right now, like his wife.
Who was shot by their own who was shot by their own son. That is horrifying.
Yeah, just just horrible. Obviously, we'll keep you posted on all of our pages, Sports City Network. Um, be on the lookout for that, and anything that comes up, we'll bring it to you. Just a horrific, horrific. Again, for those of you just joining us, waking up, um, finding out the news, Eric Bieniemy's wife shot in Virginia at their home in Loudoun County, Virginia, Ashburn to be exact. And uh currently, she is stable. We did find out that the person that shot her was um, their son, Elijah, who has been arrested and charged with 3 felonies. He is also being currently held without bond. Um, so just a little bit of more details coming in. Certainly something that just it cringes.
Wow. This is insane. No, just yeah, but our thoughts and prayers go out to the Bieniemy family right now.
Yeah.
And how this happens like right before training camp.
Yep.
This has to happen right before training camp, and all the rookies are, especially the Chiefs training camp. All the rookies are coming in excited to start their first season in the NFL.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelsey walking in on cloud nine.
Yeah, I mean the return of Eric Bieniemy to their offensive system. I mean, like
Yes.
I know he must have been really pumped up to like get back and work with Mahomes again and try to bring back all that championship glory that they once had.
Yeah, like this was supposed to be, the Bieniemy working with Mahomes and Kelsey and everyone else again, and that he was going to try to whip this team back into shape, and then this happens.
Yeah.
But Eric, take your time. Your wife comes first,
Yeah.
and the team will be here when you're ready.
Yeah.
So again, Mia Bieniemy shot, alive, stable, and Elijah Bieniemy was arrested. So now we go on to now we other news. Over the weekend, Kyle Shanahan was in a car accident.
Can you believe this? I mean, on July 14th, according to Adam Schefter, he had suffered significant injuries in a car accident um, that will leave him limited as the team opens up training camp. He has a broken nose, uh, 3 broken ribs, broken hand, and he needed over 40 stitches on his face. Um, and then on top of that, a severe concussion, Bill.
Yeah, so this guy's pretty beaten up.
Poor thing. I mean, that's another one that it's just that was a very shocking thing to find out um over the weekend as well. Um Again, just really devastating to see. Kyle Shanahan, one of the best coaches out there in the league. Um and this just happens. Just I'm glad that once again that he survived what apparently people are describing as a brutal crash.
Yes, I'm glad he's okay, but on top of all that and a severe concussion, dude, this guy's been beaten up.
Mhm.
And of course, right before training camp.
Yeah.
This has to happen right before training camp. This is terrible. So I wish them the best. I wish him a speedy recovery.
Yeah, he will be around the team some, but I mean, he's not going to be as involved. He can't be, you know. Um, I believe is like a plethora of all the coaches, with the Niners that are going to, um, be taking over the duties, particularly their assistant head coach. So, again, just another thing that we hope that he recovers well. Uh, I mean, based on what I'm seeing, like he's definitely not going to be around for the start of the season. I'll tell you that much. Um, so that was shocking to see too.
You don't think he's going to be around for the rest of the season?
No, no, just the start of the season.
Yeah, start of the season. Sorry, I misheard that.
Yeah.
No, Kyle Shanahan. God, I don't even want to see what he looks like right now.
Well, he ain't showing his face, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we're not making fun of him. It's terrible what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in car accidents before, dude. It's no joke, man. No joke.
And but you know, a lot of people could, why would you wait a week and a half to leak this information to Adam Schefter?
Well, I mean, you, you get into a car accident that's really serious. I mean, you're not gonna be talking to anybody. Like I wouldn't be talking to anybody. I don't want to. Maybe your closest friends, your family, and your boss, but like, you know,
Well, this is from Tony Farmer for 49ers Talk on X. Listen, I don't know if there's anything nefarious going on with Kyle Shanahan's car accident. It's probably innocent, but I'm now investigating it for three reasons. One, someone waited 11 days and leaked this information to Adam Schefter on a Saturday when open records offices are closed, and when the story will get eaten by the news cycle. Highly unusual. Agree or disagree?
I mean, the information is gonna leak when it leaks. I mean, you know, like
We've all,
how do you know that source didn't wasn't close to the 49ers? Like,
yeah, how do you know?
that's
Mr. Farmer, how do you
that
know?
that's my point. So,
Number
Adam Schefter is, he knows everybody.
Number two, we've already seen that just showing a head coach's text messages can apparently get you out of trouble with police. I can imagine that actually being a head coach comes with similar privileges.
What does that even mean, though?
I have no idea. Let's just move on to the next one. We all gave Brandon Ayuk crap for allegedly reckless driving. If the head coach of the 49ers was doing the same thing, he deserves the same level of scrutiny and curiosity from us, if not more.
Well, apparently he collided with an SUV near his California home. Of course, we don't know, like, whether he was the person that, you know, did the damage or whether the SUV damaged him. You know, like we don't know if the SUV that hit him was the one that was the reckless driver, not him. So that doesn't make any sense either. Like we can't just make that assumption.
Again, it's probably nothing. Kyle seems like a great dude, but I'm going to have a peek just to make sure.
I
And
would,
he's getting dunked on, and this guy is getting dunked on online. Give it a rest.
yeah, yeah, he's probably a troll. Like,
And my favorite meme, and there it is, the stupidest fucking thing I've read all day.
um, what was it? I'm trying to think. Remember the scene from you ever watched Billy Madison? Um,
Yes.
you know how Adam Sandler he just rambles. He's in that competition with that other dude, and he's just rambling on some bullshit. And the moderator is like, "What you just said was the worst thing. We're all dumber to hear about that." That's what this guy is.
I award you no points, and may the Lord have mercy on your soul.
That's exactly what this guy is. Like, I don't know. I felt like I didn't learn anything from him. You
I
know.
didn't learn a thing. Why do I feel like he just
Um,
sits at the computer all day with a tinfoil hat on, looking for things?
exactly. And also the whole thing with Brandon Ayuk, he's a head case. I don't think Kyle Shanahan's a head case. You know, he's a
Yeah, I
NFL.
think he was just innocent.
Yeah, I think he's an NFL head coach that has integrity and wants to win. That was just unfortunately in a terrible situation at the wrong time too. So it's like, you know,
Well, I wish him the best.
yeah, another again, just another horrible, horrible thing to happen. Um, rough stuff.
God, can we talk about something, I don't know, light?
NFL training camp is tomorrow
Yay!
for the rest
Training
of
camp!
us. Um, Jets report. I'm so pumped up about the Jets season. You have no idea. The more I have really looked into what the Jets did, the more I watch all the Jet pundits out there on the in the media sphere, whether it's YouTube, whether it's SNY, whether it's the beat writers who I hate, but I still read their stuff because they're closest to the team. I'm pumped up. Bill, and look, we will talk more about the Jets throughout the season, just like we do the Giants and all the other NFL teams.
Yeah.
But I really think the Jets have a good shot at making the playoffs this season. And I'm not just saying that to make myself feel better or anything. Like I truly believe the Jets are set up to make a playoff run.
Yes, if they are.
I mean, the offensive line is stable from last year. Hopefully, we'll have another season with little to no injuries. Last year, the offensive line had no injuries, which is phenomenal. And if they are as productive as they were last year, they have a better quarterback than Justin Fields and Geno Smith. Um, they have a great receiving core, and then hopefully the defense can figure itself out too. So um, things have to fall into place, but we'll talk more about it during the season. But I really think this is a good Jet team that people need to look out for. They're sort of sleeping on us.
Um, yes, absolutely. But I want to ask you a question. Do you think Aaron Glenn is on the hot seat this year?
He'll have a full season.
Okay, he'll have a full season, but what about
He'll have a full season.
okay?
What happens after the season is up to the Jets. And obviously it depends on what happens. If the Jets have another 3, 4 win season, then he's gone. Because there's no patience with this Jet fan base, and we got to get it right. If the Jets win 7, 8, dare I say 9 games, it's a different story.
Well, you have high expectations for the Giants this year. I mean, for the Jets this year. For me, dude, I'll settle for watchable. Actually, no, I'll settle for competitive.
Well, if they are competitive, they're watchable. So
I'll settle for watchable. Yeah, let's settle for watchable. That's what I'll do.
I really think
Line
that
is the bar is in hell, dude. The bar's in freaking hell at this point.
Man. Look, the Jets are the Jets, along with the Rangers, obviously. They're the only two teams left that I have never seen win a championship in my lifetime. You know, like
Well,
and they have dethroned the Knicks as the top spot of the teams that I want to see win championship most. So,
as a Yankee, Giant, Ranger, and semi-Knicks fan, the only two New York teams I've never seen won a championship in my life are the Mets and the Jets.
I don't count the
Right?
Mets because the Mets are not my team.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. God,
I'm
I don't know.
talking I'm talking about my teams.
I'm not thinking straight right now. All my teams have won a championship in my lifetime. So all my teams have won a championship. I've seen the Yankees win five, Giants have won two, Knicks have won one, Rangers have won one. So I'm good.
Well, I'm not satisfied by the Rangers. They gotta win. They also gotta win at some point. Um,
So
I'm
now it's the Jets and you just got to see the Jets and the Rangers. You've seen the Yankees, you've seen the Knicks.
mm, I'm hungry, man. Like I'm greedy. I'm still riding the high. I'm still listening to Empire State of Mind from Jay-Z. Like I want more. I'm craving for more. Let's go Jets.
So yeah, to me, I want to see how Harbaugh is going to do with this team. I want to see what Malik Neighbors is going to look like if he's recovered.
Mhm.
So I'm I'm cautiously optimistic.
Did you see the Giants announced that they're expanding their football operations and training center in East Rutherford?
I didn't see that.
Oh my, here you go. These are the renderings, if you can see it. We don't want that. This is the locker room,
Ooh, looks nice.
expanded uh 6,000 square feet. Okay, not bad. There's this weight room. Then there's the recovery suite, this sports medicine recovery suite. This is like some of the things that's going to be happening there. And then, of course, this is the outside. Right down the street from Giant Stadium.
You mean MetLife Stadium?
Well, it's really the Giant Stadium, but sure.
Yes, but we can both agree, Giant and Jet fan alike, that stadium is a shithole.
Yes. Which is why I propose that
Here we go.
Both the Jets and the Giants, since of course the Jets and the Giants want to share stadiums, call New York City about the Aqueduct racetrack sites, since they closed the racetrack over there. Um, at the very least, the Giants, like, come on now, like one of them, a wide open site right there that's still under a community investigation on what they want to do, community town halls, all that stuff. Like, inquire about it at least. One of them. One of them.
You gonna do it?
Nah, they ain't gonna do it. They're gonna stay in New Jersey because they're fucking clowns. You know, the Maras are pissed off about how Mayor Lindsay treated them. So,
Well, that was 50 years ago.
uh, horrible. And of course, the Jets have no spine. They don't want to do anything. They want to continue to be second class citizens.
You know what they should do? Like once a year, we're gonna have a throwback here. Let's have the Giants play a game at Yankee Stadium and the Jets
Thank
play
you.
City Field.
I have been saying that for years. Instead of having the stupid Snoopy Bowl, can we have a preseason game at Yankee Stadium Like, is that possible? You know,
I would say maybe even a regular season game, because here's why. I would say like mid-November, because at that case, baseball season's over.
an annual Jets Giants at Yankee Stadium.
Ooh,
You'll get what, 35,000 people show up? Like
yes. Ooh, if
um
we're doing that for preseason, then okay, because the Jets and Giants always play each other preseason.
would the NFL approve that? Like, that's my question.
That is a good question. Would they approve it?
I think they'll approve it for preseason. Regular season, I don't know. Tough ask.
Well, I would say wait until we see how. Wait until we see how. I would say if the Giants would play a regular season game at Yankee Stadium, or the Jets were to play a regular season game at Citi Field, I would wait until mid-November, because at that case, baseball season's over. Because if you do it in like October, you would have to worry about, okay, are the Yankees and Mets in the postseason? We'd have to work around that. That would be a pain in the ass. So I would say wait till like mid-November.
Because NYCFC, the soccer club, the MLS team, they're building a new
Yeah.
stadium right next to Citi Field. What about doing a preseason game? It's 25,000 seater.
Okay.
What about doing a preseason game there for the
Hmm.
Jets? Once a year, because I don't care for MetLife anymore. You know me. I'm done. I'm over it. You know,
Not a fan of MetLife either.
why not do like a preseason tour around the tri-state? You know, and then prior to the game, the Jets used to have their Hofstra Day over in Hempstead. You know, why not
Yep.
have the Hofstra Day, and then of course your preseason game is right next to Citi Field at or Etihad Park, I believe it's what it's called. Um, I just feel like they need to connect more with the rest of the region. Right now, I think they're too Jersey. That's my opinion.
They're too Jersey.
They are way too Jersey for me, which is a shame. Like seeing them have the draft parties, both the Jets and Giants in New York City was like amazing. I'm like, yes, like finally.
I know, right?
Yeah.
But no, yeah, but NFL, let's get on it. Get on it. Get on it. So, all right. So, yeah, NFL training camp is here, and we have some news in the college football realm.
Yes, we do.
The UNC football director, Mike Lombardi, is on paid administrative leave.
Yes. Um, Michael Lombardi he's a top aide for Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick actually brought him in to the operation, like Bill said, on paid administrative leave. The question is, why, Bill?
Yeah, they're not even giving us a reason, are they?
Nah, it stems from a human resources complaint made by a former UNC front office employee. That's what a source told ESPN. It's a pending investigation, and this paid administrative leave bullshit that they're trying to pull here is standard procedure.
Well, what was the complaint?
You tell me.
That's a good question.
You tell
What would
me.
you think? And they're keeping this quiet from us. You know what? Can we at least release what is the? Can we? I don't know. Figure out what it was.
You're keeping quiet. This is typical Belichick, though, don't you think? You
It
know,
is kind of
like,
Belichick.
is it like think about it? Like everywhere he's gone, except for Deflategate and Spygate, obviously. But like every time there's some type of weird scandal coming up here, no noise coming from the team. Nothing.
No noise.
As if it never happened.
That is strange. They just disappear, don't they?
Maybe.
They just disappear. So what is going on in Chapel Hill, Reg?
It's making me a little uneasy to be quite honest with you, that we're not getting any information whatsoever regarding this. Like, and of course, he's on paid leave, so he's gonna get paid during this period, which I think is fucking bullshit too.
Now, what is going, dude? What is going on in Chapel Hill? This is crazy.
Yeah, absolutely insane. All right. Obviously, when more information comes down about that, we'll keep you posted on it, and all of our socials on the pod.
Yes, so just one more thing before we move on to the last thing. Do you think Belichick did something again?
I don't know. May have to get back to me on that.
UNC, you knew what you were getting yourself into the minute you hired him.
Exactly.
You have no
Yep.
one to blame but yourself.
Yep. Touting we're gonna make UNC a powerhouse. Well, how's that working out so far? You know?
Like, so yeah, you might wanna. So
Like, what did this staffer, this UNC employee, like, what happened to this person? That's my
yes,
question. Was there an assault? Was there anything sexual? Was there a sexist comment? Or if it's a guy, was it a slur? Like, what happened? Like, seriously, what happened?
yeah, no, that is insane, and I'm very scared. Oh, no, not scared, but I'm concerned.
Yeah. And I would be concerned too.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, can we stop being okay? This is what happens when Belichick's in the picture.
yeah. Bullshit. Every time.
Oh, it's BS. It is
Every single time.
absolutely BS. So, yeah, don't worry, we'll get this figured out.
Eventually, more details are going to be released, whether it's by UNC, which I highly doubt, or whether it's a source from close to the situation.
Yeah, what we will find out soon, folks. Don't worry.
Yeah. On a much, much, much lighter and great topic to talk about, Billy Boy.
Yeah, I feel like today's show has just been very depressing. I feel like today's show has just been very depressing. What do you think?
I don't think it's been depressing. It's just serious.
Yeah. Yeah, let's end the show on something light and something good.
Yes, the Hall of Fame induction ceremony for baseball in Cooperstown took place on Sunday, Billy Boy.
Sunday.
Yes. See,
And
seeing the likes of Carlos Beltran, Andrew Jones, and Jeff Kent being inducted, the class of 2026,
to
uh,
the
enshrined into the Hall of Fame. On top of the Ford Frick Award winner, Joe Buck.
yes. Congratulations to all of them.
Yes.
Um, and now you know what time it is. Are we gonna see certain people in the Hall of Fame in the not so distant future?
Well, it better be Andy Pettit at the very least. Like,
We better get Andy Pettit in there.
it's gonna have to be through some stupid ass committee, which is fucking bullshit. Um, because Andy Pettit, in my eyes, has more than enough numbers, especially in the postseason. You know how elite Andy Pettit, remember Andy Pettit in the postseason? Elite stuff in the postseason.
Oh, he better be in there.
So I think it's an absolute disgrace that he's not in there. One of the best left-handers of his generation, and nowhere near sniffing the Hall of Fame. Insane.
Probably because of the steroid thing, isn't it?
But HGH, the whole thing was to get back from an injury, though.
Yes, that is true. And at least he
It's
admitted it.
Yeah, and it's not like he tried to use it to gain a competitive advantage, while he was on the field. You know what's crazy though? Bud
A
Selig is
lot
in
of
the Hall
things are
of Fame.
crazy.
Bud Selig's in the Hall of Fame. And Bud Selig was very much A-okay at the time of this whole steroid thing. A-okay with players taking it until his ass got caught, right? Because
Yes.
that's how it worked, right? These players, they were getting caught using steroids. You know, word got out.
Yeah, we say this every year. Get Barry Bonds in there, get Mark McGwire in there, get Sammy Sosa in there, get Roger Clemens in there, get Andy Pettit in there.
And get
Get
Alex Rodriguez in there.
Okay, fine. I'll concede that one.
If you're gonna put in, because people talk about it. You should have heard the batter up guys yesterday. I couldn't believe what they said. Well, A-Rod can't get in because he lied to Katie Couric. Well, Mark McGwire also lied about taking steroids too. Apparently, no outrage from him, right?
And lied to Congress, but hey, that's not a big deal. You know why, Reg?
Not, yeah,
Because Congress lies to us all the time.
exactly. So,
Congress lies to us all the time. So why
so,
should we?
so if the batter up guys believe that all these other steroid users, like Mike McGuire, again, Mark McGuire lied. He said he didn't take
He,
steroids. Now, he did eventually admit, like A-Rod, but he lied. He said he didn't take steroids.
but
So
no
if
one
he,
talks about that.
so if he's okay to get into the Hall of Fame as a steroid user, why not
Then
A-Rod?
A-Rod should be too.
Sorry,
A-Rod
no.
should be too.
The, the,
You know it's a strange day in hell when I'm actually defending A-Rod.
and I love Olop's guy. I love Rifkin, but that whole thing about Alex Rodriguez not getting into the Hall of Fame is just their pure hatred of Alex Rodriguez. That's what it is. That's what it
Listen, you
is.
know I'm not the biggest A-Rod fan, but I finally have conceded he belongs.
He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
He belongs in the Hall of Fame.
One of the
And
best hitters of all time, Bill.
and if Hideki Matsui didn't have that awesome Game 6, A-Rod would have been World Series MVP. A-Rod would have been World Series MVP if Hideki Matsui didn't have that 6 RBI game 6. But no, it's time. It's time. Time to let him in. Time to let Barry Bonds in. It's time to let
You
it's
know, the fact of the matter is, the fact that we don't have the greatest home run hitter of all time in the Hall of
Barry
Fame.
Bonds.
Yes. Shame.
It is a shame.
Yes. But we can be happy that Carlos Beltran is in the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Here, courtesy of MLB Network, here is his speech on Sunday talking about his love for his time with the Mets and how it shaped him.
When people ask me, when people ask me about why I shoot this cap, I have to say this, guys. It's simple. Every organization shaped your career. New York shaped my life. It was here where I experienced my greatest success and some of my greatest challenges. Playing for the Mets made me a better man and a better leader. Many of the most meaningful relationships that I was able to build in my career, I did it wearing a Mets uniform. So the Mets cap, what represents to me is growth, and it represents a place where I became the best version of myself. To the Mets fans, thank you for believing in me. You challenged me, you let me know what I needed to be better, and that was a lot of times. I get to hear those boos, let me tell you that. But I also appreciate your support along the way.
Beautiful words for Carlos.
Congratulations to Carlos Beltran.
Yep. Andrew Jones as well. Andrew Jones, one of the best center fielders out there. And then, of course, Jeff Kent, one of the great home run hitters out there. Great overall hitters, too. Great overall baseball players out there. Finally getting in to the Hall of Fame. And then, of course, there's Joe Buck, who was not everyone's cup of tea. You know.
Not my cup of tea, unfortunately.
And again, I heard Rifkin and Olapsky talk about this.
Oh, I know more old ops guy does not like Joe Buck.
No. But here's the thing about Joe Buck, and Joe Buck's not my favorite either. But here's the thing about Joe Buck. As I've gotten to learn about the broadcasting industry, because I went to school for sports broadcasting. When you're broadcasting a game that's neutral and on television, a lot of your style has to be for the pictures. So while, yes, for the longest time, Joe Buck wasn't necessarily the most exciting broadcaster. He eventually got there, right? But while he wasn't necessarily the most exciting broadcaster, you also have to understand his style was to allow the pictures to speak for themselves. And he was the master at doing that, and still is. Food for thought.
No, that is. No, he's still very good at it. He's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, no, he's not exciting. He's boring. I agree with you.
And some would say he got the job because of his daddy.
I mean, was his dad responsible for him calling 20 plus years of World Series action? I mean, that's a little unfair. Like,
No, I agree with you on that.
I'm sorry. Like, you come on. Like, no. Like, Joe Buck worked his ass off his entire career.
And he's in the Hall of Fame, and to that we say congrats.
Football Hall of Famer and now baseball Hall of Famer.
Is he the only one to have that?
I don't think so. I know he's a father-son duo in the Baseball Hall of Fame, though. That I know.
Hmm. So, congratulations to all of those who are in the who are now in the Baseball Hall of Fame. Now, can we please get the following? Don Mattingly,
Hmm.
Thurman Munson,
Yes.
that's for Larry Schnapp, Mark McGuire, Barry Bonds, Sammy Sosa, Roger Clemens, and Andy Pettitte. Can we get them in there? Can I get an amen? We all know we want to see it, folks. We want to see it, don't we?
Hmm.
We just want to see it.
Especially with Don Mattingly, who
I
was
heard my
devoted,
dad say it. He deserves to be in.
who devoted his whole life to baseball. I mean, doing a damn good job right now with this Phillies team. Um, he's a great baseball man. If he wasn't on those horrible Yankee teams, and of course didn't blow out his back, like we'd be talking about something different, a much different career. So please consider it at least baseball.
Baseball, we ask that you consider it.
Mhm.
Agree or disagree?
Let's go, baby.
Let's do it. Let's
Look,
freaking do it.
I'm not saying that I think Thurman Munson's a Hall of Famer too. Um, I can make more of a case for Don Mattingly than I can for Thurman Munson.
That might be slightly fair. But you know what else? And we also want to see, too bad they got to add him in because he's dead, but Pete Rose, can we just get him in the Hall of Fame, please? This has been a long time coming.
Like, oh my God.
And sports gambling's not a taboo topic anymore. If you watch any game, football, baseball, basketball, hockey,
Yeah.
every other ad is a gambling ad.
It's true.
Can we just move on from this shit? Dude, am I right? Can we just move on from this shit? I'm I'm just done. I'm done with the grandstanding. I'm done with these dumbasses who feel like they have to protect the integrity of baseball. Reggie, dude, I'm done.
What
I'm done.
integrity? What integrity are we talking about though? Like every
We
sport,
gotta keep the steroid people out. We have to keep Pete Rose out. We're protecting the integrity of the game.
but wouldn't just another point here.
Okay, another point from Reg.
Wouldn't, and I apologize, I'm taking over the conversation. I just have
No,
all,
no, I welcome it.
you can't tell the history of baseball without the steroid era.
You can't.
At the very least, can it have his own wing? I'll even be okay with this. Give the steroid era its own wing. The players that are inducted can be in that wing. They don't have to be in the main, where all the plaques are, the main plaques are, right?
Yeah.
The plaques could be in the steroid wing of the Hall of Fame. This way, this
Yes.
could be the total asterisk. Hey, look, this is the steroid era. These are the guys who were inducted into Hall of Fame, who were part of the steroid era, who took steroids.
Yes.
They don't join the other guys that did it the right way.
But that and Pete Rose and all that, like, can we just grow up, move on, put him in the Hall of Fame? But you know what? It's not going to get done because all these fuddy-duddies who are still in there,
Yeah.
who, what do I say? They're trying to they're trying to do it so when they're trying to keep they want to keep them out so when they leave this earth, so Rob Manfred can come and say something nice at their funeral and talk about how they protected the integrity of baseball.
Mm.
That's all they're banking on. They're waiting. They want they want to keep them out so Rob Manfred can come give their eulogy. And Rob, I still don't like you. How many more years of him do we have?
Mhm. By the way, the old ops guy, because he made a Rob Manfred joke on Batter Up yesterday. He said he texted me earlier. He said, "If Rob Manfred calls Bill, tell him I'm sorry."
Oh, you can give my number to Rob Manfred. Oh, Mark, I'm going to talk to you about this. I'm wagging my finger at you, Mark. I am wagging my finger.
Oh God. The Batter Up guys, you can watch the show.
Yes.
It was a good Hall of Fame show. They're talking about what we're talking about here. They go into more depth of everything. It's incredible stuff. Um, and of course catch Batter Up every Sunday, around 10 o'clock ish,
Yes.
on this YouTube channel
On this YouTube channel.
where you can subscribe right now.
Hit that bell. Hit that bell.
It's really
If
easy,
you
folks.
if you want to see more, go to www.thesportssanitynetwork.com. Check out our podcast, available on all platforms. Check out our blogs, our history. And like we said, check us out here on YouTube. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And we will give you a Bombers banter sometime this week.
Yes, sometime this week we'll recap what was an I have to officially say mixed bag of the July.
Is it time to bring out a certain piece of headwear?
No,
You know what I'm talking about, Reg.
it's still very glass half empty for me. Like,
So, you think this is a bag-worthy episode or no?
I don't think it's a bad worthy. Well, we'll talk about it. Like,
Yes.
I have thoughts on July. It hasn't been too great, but it also hasn't been. It's not June. I'll tell you that much.
It's not June.
It
No, no, no,
wasn't.
no. June, that should have been a bag-worthy episode.
Usually June carries into July, and it kind of didn't.
Kind of did, kind of didn't. So, okay. So, for Danny Boy Reginald, I'm Bill Corpus Crispy Murphy. This has been 530, the Sports City Podcast on the Sports City Network. Check us out. We're on all platforms. Okay, I just said that. So,
Yeah,
from all of us here, stay safe and take care, folks.
and we'd like to thank the dugout of Millwood as always
Yes, Mark
for
Halpern,
sponsoring
they're
the
doing a
podcast.
great job over there.
Uh,
So,
he'll he'll be releasing articles this week.
yes. And don't worry, folks. The tier rank is coming soon. My
You know,
traditional coaching tier rank.
sometime in August you'll get those tier
Yeah.
rankings.
I would like to ideally have it done by the end of August because I'm going to be going away for a few days because I'm going to be going away for the week. So I'd like to have it done before I go away.
Mhm.
I know that's a low bar, but
Little teaser to the tier rankings.
yep, it's a tradition here.
What a time to be alive. We have football back in our lives.
Isn't it great?
Yes, it's great.
All right, so we'll see you soon, folks. We'll see you for